Welcome everybody to my channel. Thank you so much to my subscribers. Welcome newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if so, be part of this journey with us by hitting that subscription button. It's totally free, and also hitting the bell notification to be notified of the new uploads that I come up with. I want to mention that up top there's 3 little buttons right on the corner, on the right hand corner for most of you. For some of you it's in your settings. I do have a link to the video below in the description box to teach you if you're not understanding how I'm explaining to slow down the video. You can click there. It's a 2-minute video. Very simple. It's just a click away. You can slow down the video by clicking the 3 little buttons up top and slow down to the speed you would like. Also right next to it, there's the letter CC. You can turn that on, and that will be for closed caption. All the stitching, everything that I mention and say will be written down here. You can pause, stop the video, take notes, and it will help you to understand the pattern. I don't write patterns. I get asked a lot about it, and for those reasons, I ask of you to slow down the video. I know sometimes I'm a little bit too fast for these recordings, and I apologize for that. It's just I get on my own bubble. This is all new to me also, so it's just a question of getting practice at recording, which I'm not fully used to yet. I'm getting comfortable at this point. So I want to thank every single one of you that have been from the start with me, have commented, shared, have tagged me. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for your lovely, wonderful comments. Thank you again so much to every single one of you. Also for the people that came through, the women that came through with donations, and also some donations for the women in need of thread. Thank you so much. Some of you have shipped it yourselves. Gratitude all the way. And some of you have donated into my PayPal account and into the super thanks that's below the video. It has a $ symbol on it. Thank you so much to everyone that has participated in trying to help out one way or another. Okay, so we are going to get started. Any questions, suggestions, please feel free to comment below. You could always get a hold of me if you're stuck with some project, like some of you do, to message me through Instagram. I do have a Facebook group, private group, because there's a lot of scammers and fraud into the crochet groups now, so you have to be careful. Don't open links that say cut or bit on it. Those are fraud scammers. Be careful, people. They steal people's identity and pictures, and they post there with those links pretending that it's them. So stay away from that, or report them as spam. That's what I usually do. For those reasons, my group is private. You're more than welcome to join us in our group. Beautiful group of people we have there. We're one growing family. You can just request, and I'm sure one of the monitors will respond to you ASAP. I also do have the crochet page. You can follow that there too, or my Instagram or TikTok. So there's so many ways you can get a hold of me. My email is below also. So anything that you're stuck with, feel free to ask. Or suggestions, remembering that I am in Europe. My time frame could be different than yours. Sometimes I will have to take a few hours before I answer you because I must be sleeping. It's overnight, and it must be morning for you in your country. Okay, so we're going to get started, everyone, and I bless you, I hug you, and please keep your optimism always up and high, and never think that you cannot do this pattern. We are not born learned. We are born to learn. Okay, you can do all things as long as you persist, be patient with yourself, and just continue on. Anyone can create anything they want. Okay, let's get started, everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone, so we're going to create a table runner, a square long, and with this table runner you can go the size really you want. You can make it smaller, medium, big. My dining room table is big, so I'll be creating a big one. That's what's good about this table run. Now, the inspiration of the centerpiece itself is out of dearest friend Maria Jose, which I absolutely love her work. So I'm going to create the centerpiece pretty much like hers, but my flowers are different. which I just launched on the last video, and I still have this one to complete. And I'll be creating, putting some of these leaves and whatever you want to call them around it, just to give it that effect on the table runner. Maybe the other way. So I'll be having, like, you know, these little branches, and I have like the rosebud little flower, which I have videos, tutorials on this. I will link everything below. And if you want to add all of these little extras to it, then you can. So you pretty much, you know, do down, up, whatever, one or two of them. It's up to you. I'm on my second one here, so you can pretty much do whatever you'd like to decorate your runner. Okay, and I was just creating the second one to have it. I still have to glue it on here, so it's done separately. I will have to glue it on and then put it as you wish, you know. I mean, it's up to you. You can decorate it many different styles and ways. Let's see if I can push this here like this so you can see it better. Like that, or two going up, whatever the case may be. I had done the tutorial with this beautiful purple, so you can create on many different colors, or you can just leave it as is, just like this, without using the green petals behind it. But you know, it's optional. Okay, so we're going to get started. I want to thank every single one of you. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. It's extremely important. I'm going to use white for my base. And a pair of scissors, of course. This is a 4-ply 100%. Similar to Aunt Lydia number 3. Aunt Lydia is a little bit thicker, so the pattern becomes bigger. Small one to tuck in loose ends. And of course, the pair of scissors I think I'd mentioned, but anyway. Sometimes I can't think of everything, right? Okay, everyone, let's get started. Welcome to newcomers. I'm so happy you're here. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial and you become part of this beautiful family that we are by hitting that subscription button. You know it's free. You don't pay for anything. We work really hard to keep going and keep bringing these patterns out to you. The least we ask for is those thumbs up and be part of it by subscribing, okay? Thank you, everyone. So the first thing you want to do is that slip stitch knot. Now, this is just basically, it's going to be a repeat stitch constantly, so there's no point of recording everything all the way to the end, except when I get to the end. So you're going to do 80 chains. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If your stitch is too tight, use a bigger hook because we're going to have to work in them on our way back. And if your stitch is too tight, it's going to start curving in. So go a hook higher or 2, okay? So 80 chain stitch. I've done my 80 chain stitch. I'm going to do 3 more. 1, 2, and 3, and I'm going to come back on my 5th space. So total 83 chain. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 5th space, I'm coming in with a double crochet. So basically that makes 2 double crochets already because the chain here counts as a double crochet, okay? So we're going to work double crochet per space. You're supposed to have 80 double crochets at the end of your chain, okay? So just double crochets, 1 per space. Make sure you're grabbing both loops here, because if you only grab the top loop, if you only grab this one here, it's going to turn into a U shape. It's going to bend. So grab both right in the center. What do I mean by the center? Right in here. So you have this bottom one, and automatically your 2 stays up top, and it's going to be a straight line. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. 80 double crochets. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 80 double crochets. Now we're going to do this for the next 12 rows. So we'll have 13 rows altogether. I'm going to come back in my first double crochet with a single and chain 2. You could either go on top or take back loops like I'm going to. So I'm going to use back loops only, and I'm going to do my 80 double crochets again. That's just going to give it a nice little like 3D effect between the rows with the line. So it gives you that little line. It's going to look nice. Okay, so we're going to do this double crochet with double crochet, 80 double crochets for the next 13 rows all together. So we already have one. We're going on our second. So we'll need to do, after we've just completed the first row, we need 12 more in order to have 13 rows of 80 double crochet. I am grabbing back loops only because I want that 3D effect on the line in between rows. I think it gives it a nice little punch to the pattern. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of my 13 row. Okay, everyone, so I have 13 rows of 80 double crochet. I'm going to turn around. Almost lost my last one. And I'm going to come in the same space and do my single and my 2 chain that equals a double crochet. And I'm going to work normal double crochet over double crochet, 33 double crochets, and then I'll come back to you on my 33rd double crochet. Okay, everyone, so we've done 33 double crochets. We're going to do chain 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th one. We're doing double crochet, and again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th one, double crochet, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, chain again, 1, 2, 3, 4 on my 5th one, double crochet. So we have 3 spaces of 5 chains, skipped 4 space, went into the 5th, and now we're going to do the 33 double crochets again all the way to the end. And then we're going to turn around and do 33 double crochets again up top until we get here on the other side, and I'll meet you there. Okay, everyone, so I've done all my 33 double crochet, turned around, did my 33. Now from here on until the end, it's always the same thing. You're going to continue to do your 33 on one side and 33 on the other side. And you can go to the desired length you like. We'll have a row like this with 3 squares and a row of sort of like a nets, if you want to put it. So we're going to do 1, 2, and 3. We're going to come in the center of this 5 chain with a single. 1, 2, 3, and then on top of the double crochet. 1, 2, 3, again in the center. 1, 2, 3 on top of the double crochet. So it's always going to be a repeat row, 1 of open space, 3 squares, and 1 of this X, let's say. And then the next row will be the 5 chain with the squares. 1, 2, 3. And the 33 double crochets on one side and on the other stays the same. And like I said, you can go to the desired length you'd like, and then just continue with your 33 double crochets. That's why you can do whatever size you like, because the only thing that changes here is 1 row like this and 1 row with the X, okay? So I'm going to just do my 33. I'm going to turn around, do my 33, come back here and just show you again the little squares, because everything else stays the same. Nothing else is different until, like I said, the desired length you like. I don't know how big I'm going to go yet. I'll come back to you once I'm happy with the size I want, and then we're going to continue from there. So it's very simple. Nothing to it. It's just double crochets basically. The only thing that changes is that centerpiece gives it a little different effect to the pattern. I'll meet you on the other side over here. Okay, so I've turned around. I've done my 33 double crochets, chain 5 again, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and come on top of the double crochet. So you're building those 3 squares again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and continue with the 33 double crochets. Now, you know that the next row will be 3 chain, single, 3 chain, double crochet, 3 chain. So it's just a repeat now. The thing is, you have to remember for the length you want, in order to create the 13 double crochets, it has to be facing the proper way. So you know that you will have to end up in the opposite way. Okay, so the opposite way, so you can turn around and fall into the right side of the pattern, right? This would be the wrong side of the pattern, and this will be the right side. And if you can't tell the difference, then you should put a marker right from the start or now, and you'll know that this is the right side, so you can, or a little string or something. So you will have to finish it in the opposite side of it. Let's say, so you would create, when you're going to have, so you do this, right? Because you have to end it the same way with the 5 chains. So you know that the next round would be the double crochets, which 4 is going to come in here, and then the 5th. But we'll get to it once I am done my desired size, so you don't get confused, because we have to do the 13 double crochets to close up the pattern. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end of mine, so you just know that it's 1 row like this, 1 row like that. Everything else stays the same, the 33 double crochets. So 5 chain, and then the 3 chain, then the 5 chain, 3 chain, until the desired length. I'll meet you at the end of mine. You guys, oops, almost knocked down my lamp again. My space is so tight here, it's crazy. So I decided not to go with a very long one. So I'm going to make this just as a sample. All of a sudden I decided not to, because I want to create another table runner. So instead of wasting all of this time and thread on one piece, I want to create another one. So I have about, counting from the middle piece, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So I have 39 rows, only the middle piece, okay, not counting the 13. So once you have your desired length, so you'd finish with the 5 chains, and then you'd come back and start creating those 13 double crochets again, and the 13 rows of the double crochets. So you'd come back, try to put this straight here. So create your 13 double crochet, 33 double crochets here, and of course we'll do the other side also. So let's say you have the desired length you like. Okay, so I've done my 33. We'd come inside where the 5 chain is. We do 4 double crochets, exactly like we skipped at the beginning when we started this motive. So 4 double crochets, 1 on top of the double crochet, 4 double crochets again, one on top of the double crochet, 4 double crochets on my last 5 chain. This is such a pretty table runner. Of course, if you go a little bit longer, which mind to tell you that if you want it to be like a meter or so, you have just on the middle motifs, you have to do at least 101 row. Okay, and then you would continue on with your 33 double crochets. And of course, you have the 12 more rows of these double crochets to complete 13 rows, exactly how we started at the beginning. I'll show you in a second. So I've completed my 80 double crochets, because you're supposed to do the 33 plus your 4 plus your 1 plus your 4 plus your 1 plus your 4, and then the 33. That will equal your 80. So now you're going to complete again 12 more rows, exactly how we started here. This time I'm going to start grabbing back loops so we can have the same effect on both sides. So I'm coming back in, same space with a single, 2 chain, and back loops to have that effect. And just create your 12 rows more. With this one we just completed will be the 13 rows of double crochet. So go ahead and I'll meet you at the end. Okay everyone, so I've done my 13 rows exactly as we started, the same way. So did my last double crochet. I'm going to come 1, 2, 3 and do picot. Now of course with the edging you can do whatever you like. 1, 2, 3, 4 picot. That means that you can close out with singles, 1, 2, 3, and then just leave it as singles or whatever way you want it. Okay, so I've done 3 picots at the edge, 1 of 3 chain, the middle 1 of 4, 1 of 3 chain. I'm going to come where it joins the rows with a single, and I'm going to do another single here. I'm going to come where it joins the row again with another single and another single. So I'm doing 2 singles where the rows join. Coming again in between where the rows join. 1, 2. So I've done 1 row, 2 rows on the 3rd row. I'm going to come again on the 4th row, and I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3, 4. She has a way much more different edge than I do, and so I wanted to do something different. Obviously, you always try to make a little bit of your own. So 3 chains picot and 4 chain picot, and then 3 chain picot. So I'm coming back in where we connect rows and doing single and single. So we're going to do this every 4 rows. Hopefully we get the right amount to the end. I'm not sure. We'll check. If not, we'll do some cheating. It's not like I'm counting anyway. So we're doing 2 singles in the connecting rows. Okay, so we did the first one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, in between 4 and 5, and then we count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then again you connect. So basically you do 2, 4, 6, and 8. So on your 8th single, or I should say 7th single, because the 8th you come back in and do another single. It's 2 per space, right? 2, 4, 6. So on my 7th, so we have 2 singles, 4, 6 on the connecting. So I have 7. 1, 2, 3, come back in. We're going to do this all the way around, and picot 1, 2, 3, 4, come back in, picot 1, 2, and 3, and again picot. I'm going to come back in with a single, so we complete the 2 singles there. Okay, so now we come into the next one. 1, 2, into the next connection between rows. 1, 2. So now we have 4 singles. 1, 2. So we have 6. And here on my 7th single, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm coming back in always on the first one, okay? 1, 2, 3, just so they can close well together. And then come back in and do your single so you can have the 2 singles complete. So it's going to look like that. Okay, I'm going to do all the way around, and then when I get to the corner, just on the other side of the corner like here, we're going to see if it meets. If not, we'll have to arrange it a bit. Okay, you guys, so I'm at the end, and it worked out just perfect. So I did my last single after I did my picot here with 3 chains. Into the next connection row, I did the 2 singles, so that's 2, and to the next one 2, 4, and to the next one 6. And now I'm going to go directly into the corner here and do a single. 1, 2, 3. Do my picot. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come back in. 1, 2, 3. Come back in again. I'm going to come back in the same space in the corner and do my second single as we've been doing. Okay. And now I'm going to skip 1, 2, 3. Let me see. We don't want to have any issue. I'm not going to skip anything. Hold on. I'm trying to figure this one out. So I'm going to do a single per space. I think will be best. So I think it will work out better this way. So that's 2 singles. 3, trying to hide the chain from the beginning. 4. And I'm going to go on my 5th single. Okay, so we did the picots, went into the first single slide. In my 5th, I'm going to do 1, 2, 3. Hopefully we'll have the right amount until the end. If not, we'll have to work it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I decided not to do it on the 4th. I want to have the same distance as we have here. So we have 2, 4, 6, and on the 7th single. So we have 4, 5, 6. Sometimes you just have to think a little bit. And on my 7th, so 1, 2, 3. So I'll do exactly the same thing as I did on the sides by going into the 7th one. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sometimes you work the pattern and you have to rethink it and then just go back and adjust a little bit so to make it comfortable. I'm going to come back in and do a single. Okay, everyone, so I've done my 7 singles again, 1 per space, and then just continue to do your picots. Now we'll see if this works okay to the end. If not, we'll have to make an adjustment, which is no biggie. So 4 chain the middle one, and then 3 chain. And I come back into the same space and create my single exactly as we did here on the sides. And then again, going into my 7th single and create the peacocks again. Okay, so we're going to do that all the way to the other corner. Let's see how it works out. Okay, everyone, so I'm almost at the edge of the corner. I've done up to my 7th. As you can see, we still have 1, 2, and then it's the corner. I'm just going to go directly into the corner. And that's the adjustment that we'll make. So we'll go directly after we've done our 7 singles here and create our peacocks. It's the best way to go about. And then your 4 chains. And then of course the side will be exactly the same thing as we did on the other side. And of course once we get to the other edge, we'll have to do exactly the same thing as we've done here. So I'm coming back in with a single again. I'm coming in between the rows again here and create 1, 2 into the next one, 3, 4 into the next one, 5, 6, and on my 7th I'm going to create my peacocks. So we're just going to repeat now the sides exactly like we've done on this side, okay? And then once you get to the edge on the other side here at the bottom, we're just going to repeat the same thing as we just done here. So if you have 2 left, you just skip right into the corner. I'll meet you at the end of mine. Okay, everyone, so I pretty much came to the end, and of course the end, there's 2 left, exactly how we had on the other side. So I'm just going to do another single here and come directly in the corner and just cut it. I'm pretty much done. Now, with this, you can add branches, daisies, 3D flowers. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add mines in the corner. I will have the little video in display at the end with some pictures, and you can do whatever you want to it, or even just leave it as is, as a centerpiece. And I'll have it in display at the end. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I think it's a beautiful piece. Like I said, if you want to go higher, you can add more rows here. I wanted to make it just, at first I was thinking making a whole table runner, then I decided not to and just make it as a sample. Okay, so I'll just add my little flowers in display and the little video, and you'll see how I will set it up, which is easy, nothing to it. You can just set it up on both corners, the flowers, add a few branches here and there, you know, and nothing to it, very simple. And I'll leave the links to the flowers and to the branches, the rosebuds in the bottom. So this gives you just an idea how beautiful it looks once it's all like set up. Of course, we'd fix this all up, right? And now you can glue this on with hot gun glue, or you can stitch it on as you wish. So thank you so much. Please don't forget to give a thumbs up on the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and I'll meet you in the next tutorial. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye.